Hello everyone, this is Joanna. Thank you so much for coming back. For those of you who are new, thank you so much. I hope what you find what you like here. And let me just start off by saying these are late, so thank you for waiting. I don't know about you, but this whole freaking retrograde has played a number on me in a way that just the whole month of March was like blah. That's why these are late. Energetically, I didn't feel it. Some of it I had to start all over again. So if you have been feeling things coming from the past, and if you have been feeling kind of pulled all over the place, I have been feeling it too. And if you guys want to comment on what that might be, as far as energetically speaking, by all means, please do that, because I will be interested to know. But what I will say, the month of April, I feels very fresh to me. For many of you, it's about bursting out of your bubbles. And I've said this several times to several signs. So month of March has been, month of April seems much more complete. Now, it doesn't mean that every one of you will feel that, but the energy certainly makes me feel that we are all moving to brighter and better beginnings, is what I want to say. So that's what I want to say about the energies. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. For those of you who have sessions with me, thank you so much. And for those of you who want a session with me, that information is down below. Listen to your other signs, your moon sign and your sun sign and your rising sign, because they will offer more information often, and some of them may be even more accurate for you than your sun sign. And I think that's all I have. I don't like long intros. Oh yes, one more thing, sorry. I have a new deck of cards, Spirit Animal. Kelly Jean, I think, uses them. I love her. And I just wanted to order these. I weathered them for quite some time, so I use them in most of the readings here. See if you like them. And I got them on Amazon. Anyway, I think that's all I have. Thank you so much, and let's get started. Hello, beautiful Geminis. This is going to be a reading for the month of April 2018. Let me start off first by tuning in to see what information I get. So right away when I tune into your energy, Gemini, I see a huge stop sign, which is forcing me to stop in order to reflect. And I need to reflect, and I'm being you. I need to reflect in order to decide where it is that I should proceed. Do I go this way or do I go that way? It's almost like this force is not allowing me to go forward in order to have more clarity and understanding of what it is that I want for myself. So that's what I'm seeing right off the bat. Now, let me just see. I see you trying different things, and some of these things will work for you and some of these things won't. I feel like this is a process or a time of exploration. Some of it, for some of you, you will be trying different foods, and for whatever reason, some of it you're not going to like, some of it you're going to like. So some of it is about adopting a certain type of diet. For others of you, it's adopting a certain way of thinking. Yet for others of you are just exploring different fields or ideas in your own life, whether it is for the purpose of education, for self-reflection, for stability, for relationship, whatever it is. You're trying new things to see if it fits. The number 9 is being shown to me, which always suggests to me that you're either coming from a period of ending and you're about to tie up loose ends, or you are going through a process where you will be leaving some things behind, tying up loose ends in order to move forward with something new, something fresh, or something different. The number around you, the most prominent number, is the number 7. So this is a very spiritual number to me. A number that oftentimes suggests that you are going through a rapid set of circumstances or a rapid movement that can provoke a level of hesitation. Now, what do I mean by this? It means that for some of you, things are changing really, really fast. And as a result, you get hit with things that come out of the blue, like things from your past, for example, and that happens and it hits you in the head and it's like, ouch, that hurt, but it's because you need to deal with it. So what I'm getting is that it's a time for many of you to have a lot of aha moments, to have a lot of clarity, to have a lot of enlightenment energy, to have a lot of visibility to things you perhaps didn't have visibility to before. Number 5 is also shown, which is the month of May. I think some of you may have birthdays in May. Let's just check. I am pretty sure that's the case. Yes, that is correct. Happy birthday to you. And for others of you, it signifies it's a time of change. The number 2 is also showing up, which is all about choices and decisions. And the card that is that stands for the overall energy, or your theme, if you will, is actually the number 6, which is the traditional card of the lovers. In this case, it's called harmony. It is an energy of yin and yang. It's an energy of major life choices and decisions. So there's a choice here, there's a 2. And it's also a number of a symbol of inner abundance. So there is, I also want to say, crystal clarity and being aligned. So a lot of it has to do, I feel, for many of you, with either career, work, or just your spirit in general, your creativity. Because when I ask the question, okay, well, what is this about? It's showing me a Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is a brand new awareness, brand new creative awareness, brand new creative energy, brand new creative pool, brand new creative endeavor. So whenever we start something new, oftentimes we have to make choices and decisions. But the theme here, what I'm trying to say, is about coming to greater alignment within you, which will also offer you the opportunity to come in alignment with somebody else. So for some of you, this may be in a relationship, but for most of you, I feel this is an internal change that is occurring in order to help you propel forward. And maybe that's why I kept seeing the stop sign, because I'm being asked to reflect, because I've been going and going and going, and the reflection is to make me feel which way do I want to go. So sometimes when we go really fast, we don't even pay attention if it's something that we still want to continue. We just do it as because it's a habit. And I feel in the month of April, you will be forced to think about what it is that you want for yourself now. When I ask what you are leaving behind, or what you need to leave behind, 2 cards came up: Ace of Cups in reverse and 10 of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely a feeling of you coming out of emotional stagnation where there was not a lot of emotional flow. The 10 of Wands, it is a 10, so that means you are at the end of this struggle. But it does signify, I want to say the word sacrifice. So there was a lot of sacrifices emotionally that you had to make in order to be somewhere. And in the process, you may have felt overburdened, and for some of you even lost hope. So, and I feel this is also around, I want to say it's career, but it can be generally the way you feel about yourself. So basically emotional stagnation and lack of progress, and also lack of, I want to say, getting dividends. So lack of abundance coming to you. You are leaving that behind. For those of you who are clinging to a situation that is not emotionally stable, you're being asked to leave that behind. And for each one of you, it'll be a different thing. So then I said, okay, what is it that they need to focus on? It's interesting because, again, Palace of Wands indicates to me that a lot of this has to do with your creativity, with your spirit, with your passion, with your, that part of you that is alive. And it's showing me that your mind is what creates stuckness, your stuckness. So what what I feel this is asking me to say is spend some time acknowledging the aspects of you that you think about that constantly keep you stuck. So in other words, it's about you having awareness how your current thinking or belief system is affecting you in your life in a way that you are not too crazy about. In other words, it's about personal responsibility that starts from recognizing things about ourselves that are not working rather than shoving them on the side and pretending they don't exist. What's also being shown to me is that you have struggled with this for a very, very long time. This card always to me signifies a karmic component. So for some of you, you are at a point where you can stop the internal struggle, because it is the mind, it is the thoughts, it is the ideas. You're at a point where you can absolutely at least start the process of changing the way you think. And the way you think either allows you to be happy or allows you to be very unhappy, and somewhere in between. So when I asked for clarification, I got the Eight of Swords, and this is someone who is bound by their thoughts. But in reverse, it's saying to me, you are ready to leave that behind. You're ready to walk away from the thoughts that are not working out in your life. So a lot of it is preconceived ideas about yourself, about the world. They almost always come from our childhood. So this is about you examining how your thought process creates circumstances that you may not like. Now, I see that it has created havoc in your life for some of you, because you are leaving this behind. You're leaving stagnation and lack of emotional sustenance. You're leaving it behind, and you're moving to a lot more harmony, a lot more balance within yourself. So it's definitely feeling like you are coming out of imbalance. And then I said, okay, show me what they can expect. So you have Four of Swords and you have Temperance in reverse. So one of the messages that I got right away is where you're going is actually getting a break from a pain. So this card is preceded by Three of Swords. Three of Swords is about heartache. It's about emotional pain that is still very much present in ourselves, that when triggered creates havoc in our life. And this is usually things from the past. So this is for some of you to think about and notice, when in your life did you have experience where you felt really hurt emotionally, and you basically created an idea in your mind that that's just how the world goes. So it is about the subconscious expectation. So if, for example, if you have had a disappointment in your life, particularly when you were young and somebody mistreated you, and it happened over and over for a prolonged period of time, many times you will develop an idea within yourself that that's just the way it is, because that's what you're experiencing, and therefore it becomes your perception of the world. When you have that perception, you then have the expectation that that will happen, which doesn't surprise me when they talk about focusing on this, because this is being beat up. This is being mentally beat up and absolutely freaking exhausted to the point of giving up. Okay, but you are about to break that cycle if you choose to recognize those conditions within you. And every single one has it, every single person. The difference is between awareness and non-awareness, because when we have awareness, we can make choices. When we have no awareness, choices happen to us, which means we don't have choices. So looks like you're moving towards more mental rest, or at least rest from what you normally have been used to for quite some time. And a lot of it is defeat here. Okay, this is defeat. This is not feeling very good, and there's moments of those. What it's also showing me is that you will get rest from feeling like you have no purpose, like there's no long-term goals, like you can't see visibility. So what this is showing me is that, again, you have creative force that is about to come out of you or wants to be channeled through you. So there's definitely a renewal here on a spiritual level. I want to say that. You also may talk about renewing vows with a person you know, or having a brand new beginning within an existing relationship. That can also mean that, absolutely. Now, I asked for, so let me just go with the temperance again. So for some of you may feel slightly out of focus still, but I feel, again, May is coming up. So in May, and May is when your birthday starts, when Gemini cycle starts. So I feel like in May, you will feel a lot more clear with where you're going, but definitely sounds like in the month of April, you are encouraged to leave some things behind by recognizing how your thoughts create your reality, and therefore by changing your thoughts, you will change your current reality. Okay, now I asked for a card, an animal card from this book, Spirit Animal, and brilliant, you got the shark. So when I read because I don't know the cards that well, when I read about it, it talks about, so first of all, shark is in water. Deep water to me signifies subconscious. Shark is a predator. And the message here is there is something lurking in a subconscious that needs to come out. So a lot of this message is, I'm just going to look it up, but a lot of this message is about being able to be yourself fully. So apparently shark comes up when one has difficulty with fully being themselves, fully allowing themselves to participate. Oftentimes, a lot of us will pull up a mask in order to gain certain recognition, but we're not really truly being ourselves. So this is about something lurking in the depths of you that needs to come out because it's causing havoc. Well, a shark would cause a havoc on a human if it was, if it wasn't feeling great that day. But this to me is almost no different than this card, which is, this is brain damage, this is subconscious damage, which is, a lot of it is brain connected. So I feel like the message is the same, and it's just reiterating. It's worthwhile to look into the depths of you to see if there is something dangerous lurking around. Because when you can recognize it, you can deal with it. Otherwise, it might catch you by surprise, and you may not like the end result. So this is a metaphor. Number 13 is being shown to me, and this is the number of the death. So death is all about death and rebirth. It's all about transition. When I asked about you, when I was meditating on your sign, I clearly heard the word release. So a lot of you will be releasing a lot of doubts, a lot of restrictions, a lot of inner conflict, and you'll be moving into much greater harmony within yourself first, which will then translate to the world outside of you because you will attract it. I almost want to say it feels like an emotional rebuild that many of you are going through. And I'm being told that for some of you, this started way, way last year. Okay. So I hope this makes sense. Of course, this probably won't make sense to you at the beginning, but if it does make sense to you at the end, by all means, comment below. I love reading your comments for a personal session to see how this fits in your life. That information is down below, how to book. Thank you so much for sharing, liking, subscribing. This means a lot to me. I always say, and I always will say it. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful month of April, and best of luck. Take care.